angels. Let go and love self to level up. Mm. This is a Leo season tarot and oracle card. Tarot and oracle card reading. So if you want to stick around and get the message, stick around. We'll let those who want to shuffle on do that. Um, but yeah, let's get into it, okay? Change is in the air with this beautiful moon card. Also, I wanted to like show off my nails, and so I like let's do that. Okay, so this beautiful moon card in my Liberation Tarot deck. Change is in the air, and it is happening in the unseen world first, and soon it will be manifesting in the seen conscious world. Here's the moon, and the sun is kind of reflected. You know, you can't be staring directly at the sun. You see it kind of best by its reflection off of the moon. Um, so yeah, changes in the air. You're still going to be you're soon going to be seeing the changes in the physical realm. You know, the 3D is a little bit slower than the spirit realm. Um, and yeah, so it's a time of transition and out with the old, kind of in with the new. And so we're going to be honoring these transitions, these phases, um, these endings. And, you know, you've reached a new level. And like, because you have been honoring your phases. You've been letting go of what you no longer need, and you've reached fulfillment. And that is just you've navigated that by having love for yourself, and your courage. You know, is this love and strength combined. And yeah, so this self love, this letting go, is going to help you navigate these changes well and, you know, ride them, flow with it to your next level of wealth, of success, of fulfillment. Baby, it's all coming, okay? So let me get into this reading because it's really perfect for Leo season. A lot of fire energy, a lot of lion energy, um, with also some watery, renewal, mysterious energy. But just like a lot of fulfillment, a lot of self love, a lot of trusting and accepting self. And that's just going to lead you to emotional fulfillment, leadership, and more love for yourself being manifested in this new season. Oh, I love. Okay, so let me first and foremost read to you from the guidebook of the Liberation Tarot, which is the first row that I have, which to me, this is giving 888. So the moon is, what is that? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't know why that's like, I'm struggling with that. 10 plus 5 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 18. Yeah, this is giving me 888. I could see it more clearly before. I don't know why, but it's just giving me this like renewal energy, this like, you know, infinity. So, the moon card. A tiny diver in a blue flame, in a flaming blue droplet, hovers over a purple parted wave. Above the diver, a full glowing moon. Snake like figures arch over the moon's light, while half a sun glints at the base of the card. Fire and water, purple and blues. What happens when we embrace our transformation? Ooh, we love. Luminary of the black, brilliant night. We are and always have been ruled by planetary forces. Yes, baby. Unpredictable, co-evolving lunatics. That's us, baby. Us and the moon, we love. Fix your eyes on the sky. When was the last time you watched the moon rise, wax, wane? We cannot gaze directly at the sun in the water. We can't gaze directly into the sun. Rather, we look to the ever-changing moon. The moon gives us a glimpse into a galactic conversation with the sun, diagonal, indirect. You can approach yourself with the same wisdom, the same cycle of concealing and revealing. What becomes visible when looked at sideways? Feel, don't think. So the moon is kind of about mystery, illusion, not being fully able to see because, it's dark. We're only kind of, the light is shining on us indirectly from the sun. So yeah, how can we honor our phases? How can we honor our tides? How can we honor the fact that, we are in the same way the oceans, the tides are moved and ruled by the moon, so is the water in our own bodies, So I love the idea of unpredictable, co-evolving lunatics. Oof, girl, I don't know, when that moon shines, you just your inner self comes out, your shadow comes out. What becomes visible when looked at sideways? Feel, don't think. On one of the things on my vision boards is the idea that the truth can often be revealed by looking at it differently than intended. So a lot of my messages, the title will be about, it'll take a common phrase or idiom and we're kind of flipping it on its head, looking at it differently than it's currently intended. Maybe we look at the history, maybe we look at how it's actually used, and we just flip it. So the moon is about getting out of your head, getting out of your tendency to overthink that logical brain and getting into your emotion, closing your eyes and feeling. What do you feel? What does your intuition say? So yeah, we're about, in this phase, we're letting go of our old phases. The moon doesn't get attached to its crescent form or its waxing form. It's like, baby, I'm all of it, okay? Even when you can't see me, I'm still powerful. And that's how you are. You don't have to be constantly visible, or you don't have to present in the way, people are used to seeing you, in a way that people can predict, in order to navigate through. In fact, what we're doing is letting go, surrender. Oof. Yeah, the sun, the light, the logic is kind of about control. And control with your mind, with your thoughts. And babe, now we are about feeling into our body, letting the mystery, be illuminated, trusting, letting go, surrendering to the mystery, to the unseen, and being trusting and loving ourselves through that transition. Okay, because then we've got death. So these are both water cards. I think this is Pisces. This one is Scorpio. You might be a Pisces, a Scorpio, a water sign. I myself am also a Scorpio. So we love a little death and a transformation, a little renewal, a little death and rebirth. So let me read you this one too, because these are all so beautiful. Death. A cloaked figure hugs their knees to their chest and gazes skyward. Hold on, let me see. Can I do this? Let's try it. There we go. Okay. A cloaked figure hugs their knees to their chest and gazes skyward. Which, this was telling you, when was the last time you just gazed at the moon in all of its phases, waxing, crescent, full? Just go up and gaze at the moon. Anyway, this cloaked figure is gazing skyward. A pile of blinking faces is stacked between their legs. Textures of red and yellow, paint fill the background. Death, ancient and unmovable. Death howls a legacy of loss. It marks the transitional territory between worlds, a realm of snakes and gates and ghosts. Ooh, there's snakes arching on this one. And, death is like a gate, a transition, a doorway, an opening. Our ancestral transformation and ascent depends on death. Death follows its own logic, stewarding the precise moment of surrender, of letting go. When decay is underway, it demands an intensity of attention. What in your orbit needs the ritual of burial, the care of a funeral, the reflection of a graveyard? The reflection of a graveyard. I don't know why I'm saying that weird. Held within the rotting arms of death, we can be connected to everything. Lean in. Ooh. So yeah, I'm seeing this as like all of your past selves, your past identities. They're still there. They're still with you, but you're already like looking up to the sky, on to the next. The burial is not the end. Life comes after death. It's always a cycle, a cycle that keeps going, different phases. So yeah, death invites you to, let things die. Honor them. Honor your phases, honor your transitions, and hold yourself, love yourself through it. Because then we come to the World, which is the last card in the major arcana. And it represents fulfillment, completion, integration, reaching the next level. And because you trusted in the unknown and let things die, and you stepped into a new level. Let me read you this one because it's like really interesting. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh. All right. Let me get this quick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Playing around with new, what do you call it? Framings for this. It's kind of cool. Maybe a little bit of my vajay, but that's okay. All right. The World. Two black holes are connected. Oh, you see? Two black holes are connected. From one, a cube, pyramid, and circle emerge. From another, a rainbow and colorful planets. Blackness as birth, as origin. A tardigrade. You see that? Hold on, A tardigrade zooms by in a red cape. Overlaying the entire image is a grid. The grid symbolizes the ever-present relationship between our limitations and the unimaginable. Ooh, so more of the unseen, more of the limitations, and just a combination of those, a melding, an embracing of those things. Tardigrades, that's this little guy here. You see him being a little cutie. Tardigrades are notorious for their ability to survive in extreme conditions. So are we. The world is every liberatory practice co-occurring, all our hearts syncopating through time and space. It's the momentum of past, present, and future, overlapping into a polyvocal amen. Ooh, imagine all that history, all that coordination, all that spirit. When we compost individual notions of knowing, we can move from the trap of coloniality into the exploded multiverse of creative phenomena. Whoa. Herein lie the rainbow constellations and quantum physics. Bathe in gratitude for all that is beyond. Mystery is inherently incomprehensible. How can you orient towards reverence? How can you celebrate that which you do not know? Ooh, beautiful. And so it's so powerful. How can you celebrate the mystery, honor that which you do not know? And the moon, death, these are all, kind of reaching the ending, facing the unknown, the new, that can be scary. So, how can we honor it? How can we honor the unknown and the mystery? Both in the world and within ourselves. Yeah, like humans are just notorious for their ability to survive in extreme conditions. I know everyone who's listening and who isn't listening has been through times where you were like, I don't know logically, consciously how I'm going to figure it out. But listen, the light in the dark night appeared, the hope came, and somehow you survived it. You were born again. You kept living. You reached the next level. And that process has developed you. Each time you get to a new level, you get stronger, you get more powerful, you become more of yourself. You let go of more that is not you, and you embrace all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will be. Oh, we love. Okay. So then I think it's really powerful that in this Liberation Tarot, I pulled all major arcana things. So this is going to be an overarching life karmic theme for you. Is this transformation, this transition, this change, this trust in the unknown, this surrender to the unknown, and love and trust of self. Courage. Ooh, look at this. It's so psychedelic and pretty. Let me read it to you. A black trans woman and a bearded, breasted lion are lovingly entangled beneath a tree. They are naked but for a vibrant belt of flowers. Crowns of infinity signs hover above their heads. Doodles of tree spirits, crystals, and mushrooms adorn the tree's branches and the ground. What? That is so pretty. I love. Courage is a coupling of love and strength. It takes profound effort to blossom beneath the crushing weight of empire, to hold compassion for all the selves you've survived. Ooh, all the different selves. You see them right there blinking like, what? It takes compassion to hold, it takes profound effort to hold compassion for all the selves you've survived. Courage is an invitation to look into the face of your life through love rather than fear. Courage is never alone, never isolated. Call yourself Habibti. Adorn yourself in color. Celebrate the endurance of your spirit. We have made it this far, and we will make it farther still. Yes, that is what is coming through, these constant cycles of change, these constant phases, these constant cycles of death and rebirth, this constant, up leveling, this constant completion of a cycle. So yeah, celebrate the endurance of your spirit. More of this honoring. It can be tempting to only trust the endurance of what you've been through before and be afraid that well, I've never, done something of this magnitude. I've never been at this level before. I've never been at this tax bracket before. So you can maybe be afraid of the unknown. But this is when you trust in it, when you lean on yourself and of what you've been, who you've been in the past, all of the deaths you've survived, and all the times you've become anew, all the times you've reached the end and begun anew, stronger, and at the next level, babe. Like this little tardigrade. We love. Okay. So, After I pulled these, I pulled some oracle cards. So let me continue with the message, actually. Remember what I was talking about, the winds of change and whatnot, okay? So, first card I pulled. Uranus, spark of genius and ascension. Oh, what were we talking about? Leveling up. Okay. When this card shows up, expect the unexpected. A shakeup is coming to bring change in your life. What did I say? Uranus is indicating that something or someone is keeping you stuck. Something maybe needs to die. We need to have a funeral for it. We need to bury it. So something or someone is keeping you stuck. And so the universe is now making the move for you. Uranus, where have you felt misaligned? Uranus teaches us to embrace unpredictability and change. And I mean, that's what we've been doing with all these. So, yeah. Uranus is the planet of shocks, surprises, and genius. It has the potential to shock people into higher states of consciousness through extraordinary events. In ancient Roman mythology, Uranus was the sky. Remember, we're looking up to the sky? Uranus was the sky. It's the planetary ruler of the air sign of Aquarius, known for its innovative and opinionated approach to life. You might be an Aquarius. You might be a Scorpio, as I've said. You might also be a Leo. Yeah. It's a generational planet, so similar age groups share the same Uranus sign. So if you are born around 1987, you have a Uranus in Sagittarius like myself. Oof, I'll talk about that in a second. In your natal chart, Uranus can indicate the spark of genius that you have to lend the collective consciousness in times of upheaval and shock and change. Without Uranus, we would not awaken, innovate, and ascend. So your spark of genius, according to your Uranus sign, if you are Uranus in Sagittarius like myself, your spark of genius is new beliefs and spiritual ideas. So we're going to be, letting these old beliefs and, spiritual ideas die. We're going to let them go. And we're going to trust in the unknown and the mystery of the newness, of the new spiritual ideas. One of them is going to be about self-love and how this love for self heals everyone else. Like when you handle the embracing yourself, everything else is going to fall into place. All will be right with the universe. You will be on top of the world, and I don't know, some analogy with the moon. Okay. So, yes. So Uranus is just reaffirming that, change is a coming, baby. A shakeup is on the horizon, bringing change to your life. And this is all for your growth. It is all to, shake you up, stop you from feeling stuck, and to help you level up, help you awaken, help you ascend and access and step into your genius. Powerful. So the next card I pulled from this deck was Mary Magdalene. Love that girl. Ooh. Divine Loyal Goddess. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you about it. Mary Magdalene, as you may know, is venerated in modern days as a biblical deity for her loyalty to Jesus and the deep spiritual understandings she had of his teachings. When this oracle appears, loyalty and understanding from others is coming into your life. Beautiful. That's the next level you've reached. Yeah. Relationships are a delicate art of balance, respect, and honesty. And you are now realizing the importance of choosing the right people in your life. You are responsible for anyone or anything that is draining you. Okay? Now is the time for you to take responsibility for the people, places, and things in your life in order to make a change. Mary Magdalene is here to teach you that you must fill yourself up first before you can give. Be discerning about who you give your devotion to. The Mary Magdalene Oracle card is about ending any rifts, strifes, or discord you've been experiencing with others. And she's reminding you that loyalty should only be given to those that you trust. So, talk about this courage, this self-love, this having compassion for all the parts of you and your perseverance and your ability to be successful. Yeah, babe. In the New Testament, Mary Magdalene is known for witnessing the crucifixion and being the first to see Christ when he resurrected from the dead. In the 6th century, Mary's role became shrouded in sexual sin by Pope Gregory I, who started the belief that she was a fallen woman and shamed sex worker. Did you guys learn that? I went to Catholic school and they told us that she was a prostitute. Girl, that's not even in the Bible. It doesn't even say anything about that. There's no record of this in the scriptures. And in 1969, the church actually admitted that they were incorrect in their beliefs about Mary Magdalene. Hating on a bad bitch. Come on. She was yet another misjudged divine feminine deity in the Bible, like Lilith, who was used to keeping women subjugated with shame and fear. A plethora of books, films, and theories have developed around the legend of Mary Magdalene. It's theorized that she was a powerful leader in Jesus's spiritual movement. While this is speculation, Mary Magdalene's story is one of empowering feminine leadership and unwavering loyalty. It's important to heal and practice balance in your devotion. Your radical self-love will allow you to help and give to others. Woo! So I know you might be someone who struggles with self-love. You might have been attached to an old story that to love yourself is selfish. And so in times of confusion and change, you might fall back into overgiving into others, into giving yourself to just anyone who's around you. You don't have to do that, babe. And healing yourself is what you need. Your radical self-love will allow you to help and give to others. See in this courage, this strength and love, it shows like it's this intertwining. And like, I love that it has like a tree, all these roots, all these like fairies, the crystals, the mushrooms, the fungi, showing the interconnectedness of everything, which also is like the death and the world and the moon. Just our interconnectedness, so powerful. So you healing yourself, you loving yourself radically is changing the world. And yeah, so, you're responsible for anyone or anything that is draining you. Yeah, you have to choose the right people in your life and take responsibility for the people, places, and things in your life in order to make change. Okay? So what things need to die? What things do you honor with a funeral? And do you reflect in a graveyard? What things are just keeping you grounded, keeping you stuck, and keeping you from reaching the next level? Yeah, it has to do, I think, a lot with surrendering and loving yourself. So the next card I pulled from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck is oh my God. Hold on, almost there. Okay. The Adventurer. Ooh, isn't that pretty too? And I love it. We have some themes going on. We've got this tree. We've got this leopard, which this card kind of reminds me of me and Billy, because, Billy has like leopard spot tattoos, and we just love. He's so sexy. Okay, the Adventurer. Unexpected adventure, welcome change. Change is in the air for the adventurer, and she welcomes it. The path she's been on has become predictable, and she yearns for something new. As she approaches a crossroad, she welcomes the opportunity to take a new route, one that is potentially less comfortable, but holds much more promise for adventure and wealth. You are being called to embrace change, especially as it relates to how you receive money. Ooh. Perhaps prosperity has felt elusive up until this point, or maybe it's always been readily available to you. Regardless of your current financial reality, you are due for a change that will put you on the path to a greater level of wealth than ever before. And I tell you, babe, you're reaching this new level. The old rules, the old stories, the old attachments are dead. Okay. And you've reached the next level. And it's put you on a path to a greater level of wealth than ever before. So this card is your sign to seek and embrace change, even if it takes time to adjust to this new terrain. Rest in the knowing that this adventure is leading you to the abundance you desire. Enjoy the journey to new levels of wealth. Enjoy it, babe. Enjoy it. So yeah, a lot of change in this reading. Am I right? I don't know if I read you the last little part of this thing. A sudden change is coming to electrify your reality. A new beginning is on its way. We know that because the world is here and it's signaling you've reached, the end of the old cycle. And now you're in this liminal, about to start the new one. And literally anything is possible. There are no rules. You don't have to know. You don't have to know. You just have to feel. And you have to trust. Okay. So yeah. So a new beginning is on its way. A sudden change is coming to electrify your reality. It's important to heal and practice balance in your devotion. Your radical self-love will allow you to help and give to others. That's Miss Mary Magdalene. And yeah, unexpected adventure and welcome change is coming. You're welcoming this opportunity to take a new route. Yes, my adventurous, intrepid friend. I'm the same, babe. Love me a new thing. So yeah, again, I'm getting like Leo energy, maybe some Sagittarius energy, some Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy. Yeah, it's giving rebellion. It's giving new. It's giving adventure. So, finally, I pulled a couple more tarot cards just to like confirm how it's going to go. Like this change is in the air, new levels are coming, new identities are coming, new stories. And it's a new adventure, but yeah, it can be a little scary, of course. So, first card I pulled though, 9 of Cups. Ooh, and this is about wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. 9 is a card of completion. It's a gate card. We were talking about gates, I think, in death in the world. So like the thing that you're leaving, the thing that you're letting go is, I think, this timeline of lack and struggle, and you were holding on to this story of not enoughness, and yeah, no more. Let me read you from this one because it's really pretty. Good. The 9 of Cups, as I said, is the wish fulfilled card. Satisfaction, gratitude, and emotional harmony. It represents contentment earned through emotional integrity rather than luck. Upright, it celebrates self-love. Oh, self-love, okay, yes, we love. Oh, we love. Loyal to ourselves, yes, self-love. It celebrates self-love, enjoyment, and appreciation of life's pleasures. An appreciation of life's pleasures. I don't know why I said it like that. This is emotional abundance. the joy of being enough as you are. It encourages you to celebrate progress and savor beauty without guilt. The 9 also reminds you that true fulfillment radiates outward. When you honor your joy, you bless others with permission to do the same. What did I say? When you heal, when you love yourself, it heals others. It gives them permission to heal themselves. It's this interconnectedness, okay? This interconnectedness. When you heal, when I heal, you heal. Sorry, I was trying to do that from Ludacris. When I move, you move. Just like that. Yup. Just like the moon, babe. When I move, you move. Just like that. When you heal, we all heal. Just like that. So, name 3 things that bring peace, not just excitement. For me, I think about 3 things that bring peace, not just excitement. Billy, of course. Taking baths. And I guess being outside in nature. Yeah. So what are those things for you? Celebrate achievements while staying humble. You know I'm not big on being humble. But yeah, celebrate your achievements. Let self-acceptance be your richest reward. Yep, you better accept yourself. That's the true wealth and emotional fulfillment. So let self-acceptance be your true reward. So if you let go, surrender, and love yourself through these changes, you will have emotional fulfillment. You will also have leadership. And you're going to be showing us how to heal ourselves. You healing yourself, you loving yourself is showing everyone else how to do it too. Let me give you this one. King of Swords. The King of Swords represents mastery of intellect, ethics, and discernment. He rules with fairness and authority, guided by truth rather than emotion. This card embodies leadership through wisdom, clear decisions, rational strategy, and moral integrity. It may represent a mentor, judge, or counselor whose insight is objective and just. Maybe it's me. Yeah. The king teaches that real power is mental composure, reason elevated by conscience. He asks you to take command of thought, to think not louder, but cleaner. So lead with calm authority and transparent motives. Avoid intellectual superiority. Teach through clarity, not dominance. And use logic to heal, not control. So yeah, this card was a lot about feeling and your emotions. And this is about using logic to heal your emotions. So this is about healing. This one's about healing. This one's about healing. So how can you use your really brilliant, powerful, sharp intellect, logic, your brain power to heal? That is like what the, masculine is for. It's to support, it's to help life flourish. So how can you use your intellect, your clarity of thought, your wisdom to heal? And you're going to show us how to do that. So yeah, it's the leadership you've acquired through your wisdom and self-mastery. So the final card that I pulled for confirmation is the Strength card, which is actually like also the Courage card, just in a different deck. So when I say this is a perfect reading for Leo season, that's what I meant. So yeah, if you're a Leo, I know this is like extra resonating with you. I have a Leo rising myself. So I've been feeling very confident and very seen, and I've just had a lot of visibility. I've been receiving a lot of love, and I felt just so radiant and warm, and I just freaking love it. Okay, so That's coming. More self-love is coming. Beautiful. Let me read what this deck says. Oh, turned right to it. We love. Strength speaks of inner power, compassion, and quiet courage. A woman calmly tames a lion. I always think of this as me and Billy. Oh, it's so cute. So gay. I love it. Um, a woman calmly tames a lion, not through domination, but through love and trust. This card represents emotional resilience and the strength born of gentleness. You are reminded that true mastery arises not from suppression, but from integration. Ooh, integration. To hold your fears with patience until they soften into allies. In all matters, compassion outlasts brute force. So, practice patience. Not every battle needs a sword. Replace judgment with self-acceptance. And breathe deeply before responding to conflict. Yeah, true mastery arises from integration, not from suppression, not from holding on to things that you no longer need, from letting it go, not from holding on to control, trying to logic, trying to force understanding, but through surrender and letting go. Compassion outlasts brute force. So maybe in the past, in your past lives, you maybe tried to force change. You tried to force stability. And that can be really like hard, babe. And you're being called to have compassion, mostly for yourself. So we're no longer like holding on to the old ways that other people saw us, the old stories that people had about us, even if we're those people. Now we're healing. We're setting out on this new adventure, and it's taking us to the next freaking level, babe. We love. Yeah, and so it's just going to be emotional fulfillment, self love, oh, and leadership. Ooh, powerful. Oh, listen, listen. That's the message. Hold on. Ooh, babes. How did you like that reading? I feel like it was so freaking powerful. Oh, so beautiful. We love. So, let me give you some synchronicities I saw. So, yeah, this message might resonate. Oh, and I guess, if you made it this far, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name's Sheba. I'm a transformation specialist, sovereignty coach, and ex lawyer. And I empower women, leaders, and creators to unleash their true selves, walk in purpose as divine disruptors, and create the life of their dreams. So, in order to um, in order to reach this next level, you are letting go, giving and honoring your phases and the old identities, the old stories, the old habits, the old way of being. You're letting those go, and in these times of change and transition, you are embracing yourself. You are loving yourself. You are being loyal to yourself. And so, as you start this new adventure, this new journey, this new ascension on this new level, you can trust. You can relax. You can enjoy yourself. You can enjoy the journey, knowing like it's just going to give you more strength, more courage, more emotional fulfillment. And you're going to be leading all of us in how to do this. You're going to be using your sharp intellect to heal. We love. Hurrah. So powerful. Love yourself, embrace all of your phases, embrace all of your old identities, embrace your journey. Yeah. And yeah, like your next level is just going to be so freaking beautiful, so bright, so healing, and like so clear. It's great. Oof. I'm so excited for this movement, for this momentum. Wow. Well, if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, head on over to my website, seelikesheba.com. And yeah, go back, watch some of these episodes. They're not all tarot readings or oracle readings if that's not your thing. If you want me to just be straight channeling, I do that a lot too in my other episodes. But yeah, go back, check these out. And yeah, you're gonna start seeing a through line that will show you how I became the woman who went from easily receiving $5,000 every month to effortlessly receiving $100,000 every single month. And that is because I let go, I love myself, and I level up. It's that simple. You can do it too. All right, my darlings, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna have some tea, and yeah, then we'll see. Oh, one more look at my beautiful nails. Okay. I love you, Earth Angels. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.